then since you talk about action taking, and because I think everything comes down to that part. Planning कर लिया, thinking कर ली, सब कुछ कर लिया. Now how should I take action? और उस phase के अंदर, and you also talk about being reactive, and which most of the people do. कि कुछ भी हुआ तो instant से एकदम से react कर दिया, which led us to so many bad things, bad situations. So how can one choose, like the person who is watching this video, if you are having this thing, being reactive so much, how can we stop that being reactive कि एकदम से जल्दी से respond ना करें, I mean react ना करें, instead respond.
Right. There's a lot of content you'll find on reaction versus response. Guys, I would like to share this with you very practically. That, sometimes people know that this is gonna hit you bad, and to instigate you so that you react, they do it intentionally. A lot of people do that. You must have experienced in your life. They know this point that this is your weakness, right? And a lot of people do unintentionally also, but it is still the weakness, right? Why I'm calling it a weakness, because it is not under your control, right? So the thing which is not under your control, how you can call it your strength, or how you can be strong in it. So that as we discussed, sometimes that incidents happens at maybe workplace, in a personal life. People know that if I say this to him, he's gonna react and blast like anything. Understand, guys, you have lost control over yourself, right? And what is reaction? Basically, you act without thinking. Yeah. And what is the response? You think before you speak. There are two kind of people in this world. दो तरीके के लोग होते हैं. एक सोच के बोलते हैं और एक बोलने के बाद सोचते हैं यार ये मैंने क्या बोल दिया. Right? Don't be the second one, guys. क्योंकि जब आप बोलने के बाद आपने सोचा कि मैंने क्या बोल दिया, the time is gone. Right? It's very hard to correct it then. You need a lot of patience, lot of explanation you give it to people that why you reacted that way, and sometimes they are not even convinced of all the hard efforts you play. Yeah, but I'm not saying that you can be 100% responsive all the time. Sometimes it's since we are humans, that reaction is bound to come. I'm just suggesting you guys to limit it to a certain level so that you are in better control of yourself, in your better control of your emotions, because you are not if you're not in better control of your emotions, understand that our nervous system triggers unregulated hormones, and which also affect your health. So ultimately you are not going to affect anyone else, you are going to affect your physical health, your mental health, and a lot of people then go again, that overthinking mode comes, because when you know that the thing you should have not said or you should not have reacted that way has been, you go into that overthinking mode. Sometimes people go into this deep state of depression also. So avoid that loop, overthinking loop later, rather choose it sooner. Like think a minute. Okay, he said me you are an idiot. Okay, ask yourself, do you really are an idiot? If the answer comes yes, accept it. If the answer comes no, you say, well buddy, that's your opinion.
Yeah,
I don't accept it. Yeah,
correct.
And Buddha said, that when you don't accept anything, silence is the best answer. Just move out of there. The person who is trying to instigate you will feel powerless.
Yes.
Because the control is still in your hand. So you are powerful. So that way you can, choose to respond in a way that you really want to, and not the other person controlling you.
Correct. Awesome. Do you guys loving this video so far? Type in the chat or type in the comment section how are you finding the energy, because I'm sure that you are kind of feeling that energy which this person is having. Right. So awesome. And I like to add, Tarun, as what you mentioned, ki silence is the biggest thing, but if I define silence in terms of taking a pause, I'll share my experience with how I responded. So there was this person whom I was working with, and that person was kind of aggressive on something, and I have so many audio notes from that person, and that was 10 o'clock in the night. I'm listening to those audios and I'm like, this person is aggressive. Now, there was this one side, okay, I can respond in the same way, in the aggressive manner. I took a pause. I know the person has asked me to respond right now, right here, right now, on WhatsApp. I intentionally took a pause of 24 hours. Intentionally took a pause of 24 hours. Because I know, in next 24 hours, the person would be in his back state, in his normal state. He won't be aggressive the way he is right now. And then I kind of responded. And the conversation after that was totally different.
That's so wonderful, Rohit. That reminds me how our mothers, aware of our father's aggression. You guys say, Papa aaye tapte hue, and then you ask something, ki Papa itne paise chahiye, ye lena hai, wo lena hai, and your mom comes like, beta abhi nahi, shanti se, बढ़िया सी अदरक वाली चाय बना के देती हूँ, अच्छा खाना खिलाती हूँ, जब ठंडा हो जाएगा दिमाग तब हम बात करें. You see, that's the best thing you can learn from your mothers. They have this intrinsic ability, like let the situation be under control, as Rohit did, very wonderfully, and then responded so that what you're really seeking from that person gets done. Or either you guard yourself from that aggression, because अगर आपने भी उसी aggressive state में आप चले गए, guys, एक तो सबसे पहली चीज दोनों में कोई फर्क नहीं रहेगा, and second thing, you just lost yourself.
Correct.
क्योंकि you were not looking for this kind of conversation. You were looking for a kind of conversation जो एक positive note पे end हो, some positive outcome it can bring. So always think before you react, what is going to be the consequence? Because our entire world works on the law of cause and effect. Something is a reason, then something is an effect. So what would be its effect? Like in that case, which Rohit said, if Rohit would have responded very aggressively, what could have been the effect? But he thought, he took a pause, and then he reacted after 24 hours, which made all the difference.
Correct.
So this is how powerful is. Thank you so much, Rohit, for sharing that.
Thank you so much, Tarun, for being here, because again, taking a pause, it's like take a pause. Every time we are kind of speaking, भाई हमें आंसर देना किसी चीज का. Is it really required? And जैसा तरुण ने कहा कि ask yourself that question, are you really that person? अगर किसी ने कुछ कहा कि यार तू तो पागल है, are you really पागल? Are you really mad? You are not, right? So ask that question. Have that ability that you can shift from being reactive to responsive. You can change as to where you are being reactive and how you can be responsive, right? So thank you so much, Tarun.